Hey guys, what is up? I am the Swamper, and I want to let you guys know I am back in full swing. This means over the next 20 days leading up to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I will be uploading on a regular basis. I am back. I worked the stuff out I needed to get worked out. We should have a new episode of our Omega Ruby, not Omega Ruby, our randomizer Ruby Nuzlocke coming out tomorrow, and I am so hyped for that. But let's dive into this Turning Hacks video. Just coming back. I know it's a bit late. It's a day late, but I am doing a Halloween special for Turning Hacks, and we're going to do two ghost Pokemon generated at random, because Random Pokemon Generator has this nice little thing that allows us to choose types, and I'm going ghost. And if you guys are wondering why my voice may sound different, it's because I do have a new mic. I don't think it'll sound that different, but you never know. So let's go ahead and generate our two Pokemon that we're going to be doing. And we're doing Confagragus and Frostlass. I should probably have the sprites, but we are doing Confagragus and Frostlass, two of my favorite ghost type Pokemon. And I will be back when I have done the whatchamacallit, the sets. Okay guys, we are back with the sets for Frostlass and Confagragus. So let's dive right in. For the first set for Frostlass, we have a leftover set with one of the most annoying abilities out there, which is Cursed Body, which is the bane of all choice users because that means they go into struggle if their move is disabled. But, so that's the reason why we have Cursed Body. And then leftovers, because I'm running max HP, max speed. Frostlass isn't really going to be eating up anything, but since it is max, or it does have a really high speed at base 110, since it is going to be outspeeding about 60% of the game, you can just run Destiny Bond because you're going to be outspeeding things very easily. So you can just Destiny Bond, and then if they kill you, you take them down with them. Confuse Ray is pretty obvious. You confuse the opponent, they get pretty pissed off at that. Taunt is for other hacks users or walls in general that tend to set up. Like, this is why Frostlass is an anti-lead oftentimes, because you can use Taunt, Destiny Bond, things like that. And then Ice Shard is just for damage in case you yourself get taunted, in which case you need to have an attacking move which you can do damage in case you don't want to switch out. So that is the first set for Frostlass. This one I'm running a Jolly Nature, um, and just the fast, bulky support. Now the next one is kind of an interesting set for Frostlass, and that is a Choice Scarf set. Now, the whole reason why I'm running a Choice Scarf set on a Frostlass is because with that speed, there's still going to be some Pokemon that will outspeed you, such as Greninja or or even Jolteon in the tiers that Frostlass usually plays in. So with that base 110 speed and a Choice Scarf, you're going to be outspeeding everything except other Choice Scarf users who are faster than you. Now, with that Choice Scarf, you can use Switcheroo, and this is basically does the same thing as Trick, but I use Switcheroo just because it's obtainable through an egg move, and it's available in Gen 6, which means you can use it in tournaments and things. And it does this exact same thing. Also, a lot of people will run Trick over, or a lot more people will run Trick. And just in case someone has Trick and Imprison, you won't get imprisoned into that, and you can still use Switcheroo. So that's why I use Switcheroo over Trick. And then I'm running Destiny Bond as well with that. Because, and I know this might be a surprising choice because it if you're going to choice scarves, you might as well be attacking. Well, actually, you can Destiny Bond, and like if they're faster than you and you're facing up against something like Greninja, you can choice scarf Destiny Bond. That Greninja's going to kill you, but you're also going to take Greninja down with it, removing a major threat to your team. As well as the other two moves, we have Shadow Ball, which is an attacking move, 20% chance to lower the target special defense. Defense drops are always annoying, as it means you can't take hits as well. So if you're facing up against a wall, Shadow Ball is probably your best bet. And then Ice Fang, I'm running a mixed Frostlass, just because Ice Beam only has the 10% chance to freeze, whereas this has the 10% chance to flinch and the 10% chance to freeze, which while it is less power, it can be more annoying than Ice Beam. So that was Frostlass. Let's move on to Cofagrigus. Now, Cofagrigus is a really fun Pokemon to use. I really like it, using it in the RU tier. It's almost on every one of my teams in RU. And I'm running the Leftovers Mummy set, or Leftovers, and Mummy is just its only ability. But even that in itself is a very, very annoying ability, because if they hit you with a contact move, they lose their ability. Which, if you're facing up against something like Talonflame, you're gonna eat up that Brave Bird that they throw at you, and then they have their ability change to Mummy, which means they're almost certainly gonna switch, because without that Gale Wings, Talonflame is nothing. Um, but up past that, we have Knockoff, just because it's always nice to have the opponent's item removed, and it pisses the opponent off to have their item removed. It's just win-win for you. And then we also have Pain Split to just to hurt the opponent while getting recovery for you. And while this isn't as reliable as like Recover or something, it's the only recovery move that Confagrigus does get, or Confagrigus, I really don't care. And then after that, we're running Will-O-Wisp, just to burn the opponent, because that's always fun. And the opponent almost never likes that on a physical attacker, because it halves their attack and makes a physical attacker useless. In fact, if you wanted to, you could like run block Will-O-Wisp on a physical attacker just to piss the opponent off, but that requires setup, and I wouldn't do that. And then if you get low on health, just use Memento, so you can come in, lower their special attack and attack, which, as I'm saying, stat drops are always annoying to the opponent. And then with Memento, you can easily just set up and with your next Pokemon, and they won't be able to hurt you. So you either get they either switch out and you get a free turn to set up, or they're gonna stay in and not be able to hit you worth crap, and which means you have more time to set up. So that is the first set for Cofagrigus, and probably my favorite set for Cofagrigus is right here. And might I just say right now that the shiny for Cofagrigus is really awesome. With that pink and silver. But the whole basis behind this set is that you block, disable. And this is mainly a check to a lot of choice users, whether it be choice specs, band, or scarf, because Cofagrigus can really eat up any hit. With his high defenses, he's really going to be absorbing a lot of hits. If you wanted to run a Calm Nature, max out that special defense, he's going to be a really good mixed wall. And if you come in on a choice user, you block them in, so they have to keep on using that move. Then you disable it, so they have to struggle, and then you can just Pain Split to get your health back in the struggle war, and then Destiny Bond on if they once they finally do kill themselves, they'll send in another person. If you do happen to survive their next hit, just Destiny Bond, and this Pokemon can be a really, really tough Pokemon to face up against, and a really fun Pokemon to use to piss the opponent off. So that was the Halloween special, guys, for Turning Hacks. Again, I'm Swamper, and I'll be back on YouTube in full swing. I'm going to be uploading regularly now, because I feel like I left you guys hanging there for a long time, and I'm sorry about that. I just needed to take a break. I'm back, and I am the Swamper, signing out.